possibilities, but then we don't know what to do to make them realities. So the courses that we are taking, the career path that we are applying, are decisions to cause those possibilities to become realities. But unfortunately, we are taking wrong decisions. Now, everybody is going after trends. AI came out and everybody AI. People are doing, if you ask anybody now, I'm a UI UX designer. What are you? I'm a brand consultant. What are you? Everybody is trying to jump on the trend. But if you ask them, you will find out that most people are doing this thing for the consumption. You are not solving a challenge. That's what breaks my heart. You are not solving a problem. Because you are a UX designer does not mean you're solving a problem. You're only working with an organization, working with a theme, and you're building whatever. What problem are you solving with UI UX as a designer? You'll find out that most people don't. They are not seeing it. They can't see anything. And we are not. See, you will have all of the money. Trust me, you will have all of the money, but you will find out that you are not relevant. Literally, you will have all of the money, but you are not relevant. Am I saying people should not have all of the money? Trust me, the Bible says prosper even as your soul prosper, right? But there is something I found out that is more important than the resources. When you begin to solve challenges, you don't only get resources in terms of financial whatever, you begin to get reward. People cannot pay you enough. Two things very pivotal that I want you to understand in tonight's class is the fact that there are possibilities, but your decisions make those possibilities realities. Is everyone still with me? You know, like I was saying with my research, I took out time and 50 years ago, 100 years ago, everything that we are experiencing as realities right now that are real, tangible, touchable, were once possibilities. But do you know that I now found out, and this is the reason for this series we are taking this month, this Workforce of the Future series. The people that were able to tap into that possibilities were seen as crazy people. They were seen as, and there was, I don't know how to explain it terribly, but they were seen as, and it took a high level of mental stretch for them to attain that kind of, how will I put it now, decision making. Those guys began changing the course of things. Number one, they found out that the courses they were doing, because if you want, people that ended up becoming, creating mobile phones did not take the courses that were prevalent in those days. In those days, the courses were not what brought it. So people stretched. They created new curriculums for themselves through trials and errors. Information was prevalent, and this is one thing I found out in a generation through historical study. Every time there is a new layer opened, information would be the apex of the realities, not content. Because there's teachings are going to be plenty, there's going to be a lot of content, but information will be very pricey. So people that understand and are mentally driven will tap into informations to begin to birth possibilities as realities. I know I'm saying a lot of grammar, but what I'm seeing in essence, is the fact that 50 years ago, those possibilities are real now. But do you know the funny thing? An average person in this classroom does not know what the future holds. You don't even know the possibility. You don't know the. Okay, if I ask you now in your sphere, I'm not be thinking generically. Whenever these questions are put to you, look into your sphere. I happen to be in the sphere education. In the sphere of education, what are the possibilities for the future? I know a couple of them. Number one, I know people will not attend schools anymore. People will begin to go into more digital academics, and digital education is going to be a thing. And it's not going to be just digital, it's going to be more of immersive technology. It's going to be more of, oh, come on, let me not explode my, and now the question is, immersive technology is a possibility. We don't even know how to go about it yet, but some of us are working behind the scene, developing heightened mental capacitation, stretching ourselves on intelligences, trying to see how we can bet those possibilities as reality. So one day they will say beyond the school world is now something. You say, wow, these things, we have not seen this kind of thing before. They are possibilities that became realities. 100 years ago, an Android phone would have looked like a god, a miracle. 100 years ago, artificial intelligence is, are you kidding? Come on now. 100 years ago, many of the things you're enjoying, from transportation, supersonic jet, bikes, motorcycles, they were like, what? Can these things really work? Somebody would have pitched this idea and said, can there be a vehicle? They say, come on, it can walk on. What kind of wild imagination is that? Possibilities that became. My own challenge tonight is that, do you even know these possibilities of your own future? You know you know the funny thing my generation does is that they now keep recreating these realities. So now that there's a phone, they want to keep working on phone. What is the next thing? What is the next shift? We don't know.